Alright. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to never thought I'd be making videos on factions again, but here we are. Basically I decided to play factions. We're one day into Grace, but realized, I wanna like help the new players out, whatever. So I'm gonna be making some videos here, just trying to give everyone some tips and tricks and explain everything so everyone knows how to basically go out on the server. And my faction member just won a COT. That's cool. He won 2 mil. Nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna go over all the beginner stuff on the server, what you need to know to start playing on the server, how everything works. Just beginning, you know, let's say you want to get on the server. It's an 8-week map, so there's 8 weeks on the server. Payouts are 250 PayPal or I believe 500 uh, Bytecraft, so you could spend it on only the server or just get $250 if you do want to play. It is, I believe, I forgot how many people there actually is. I'll double check on that. And for everything else, let's go over crates first. So when you first spawn in, you're over here, you turn around crates. I'm gonna be brutally honest. You could vote maybe if you're just getting on to get some money, but uh, honestly, none of these are really what you want. If you do want to buy something, go pay to win. I would say get the St. Patty's. These are actually pretty good. You could get IGs, Evokers, some 3 Exile crate keys. But the dungeon keys are the really good thing that you could get. XP also, you could get 500 XP or I believe 5 million in money. You could get extractors and preservers, which are really good, and you could get infinite cell wands, which is honestly one of the best items in the game, and of course fable enchants, which are the best custom enchants. I'll go over that later. And then you could also get 2.5 times cell wands, and then of course you have the custom armor and sword, axe, pickaxe. Yeah, the rest of the stuff. All of these have custom enchants. If you do want to check out uh what are the different tiers and what these custom armors and items do. You can check more of that out on Exile Factions Discord. I will link that below in the video description. Whoa, I can't talk. And then let me go over the sorcerer really quick with you guys, which is basically the custom enchants on the server. As you can see, if I hover over my armor, you can see I got all these weird enchants on my armor, my sword, my axe. Basically, what sorcerer is. If we click on it over, you can see we have different bunch of enchants. I would say honestly, just go over everything one by one. I'll go over all the sword enchants, axe enchants, armor enchants, and go over everything in general and figure out what's best for you, how you want to make your god set. Base it off that. Uh, Grinding XP is quite easy once you get a aligned 4 sword, which basically gives you more XP per mob you kill. Best mob to grind XP with is magma cubes. So if you do want to grind something, I would say grind magma cubes. Honestly, that's basically all you need to know for custom enchants. You could also do one more thing is I want to show you guys. So these are mythical enchantment tomes which you can get right here. You just click on it, accept. See, I just got one. Basically, I right click it, I get a random custom enchants from all of these. You get a random leveled with a random success and destroy rate. So you're thinking, okay, this is pretty much impossible. How am I supposed to get one that's maxed out and has a perfect success rate? Well, that's what my buddy Blacksmith is here for. Basically, let's say you have these 2 books, which you don't need. Both of them are, well, Exhaustion is actually a really pretty good book, but if I right click it here, you can see that it tells you what the max level is it applies to. Basically tells you a little bit more than is on here. Basically, this is max level 1, so this is actually a God set book. I have this on mine. This is really good, so I will be keeping this actually, but let me open another one. Okay, yeah, this spawns iron golems, but I believe this isn't the max level. Yeah. So let me just show you what blacksmith is all about. Let's say you don't want piercing and iron affinity. What you do is you could trade these in for mythical secret dusts. And what mythical secret dust can do is if you right click it, as you can see, oops, I need to right click the air. I get Mythical Magic Dust. What Mythical Magic Dust does is give you success boosters. So let's say I want to up this exhaustion or distance one book. This is the older book. Here, let me just open these two so you can see. This is, let's say, thing. Okay, I have a 15 and 85%. Let's say I really want this book, even though it's a low percentage, I could open up a bunch of mythical books that I don't need and just simply add it. Oh, these are for mythical books. I am very sorry. Let's say I want to add it to this. I just get the distance. As you can see, it's at 46%. This makes it 51. So yeah, that's basically all you could do when it comes to custom enchants. You can also, let's say you have two exhaustion ones and the max level is 2, you could throw them up here and combine them for a certain amount of XP, and it will give you the higher level book basically for both of them. And this is good for some things. Let's say you have one book that's like 90% destruction, 10% apply rate, and you get another one that's like 90% apply, 90. It'll like basically cut out the destruction rate by half, which is really good. So you don't need to fully proc it up. You have basically a lot less work to do. When it comes to factions, whenever you come to hub, you just can F create, F invite to invite people. You could do F top to see who is the most best faction basically, who is winning as of right now. As you can see, we are. And there is one thing, whenever you place spawners on this server, they gradually increase in value, so you don't automatically get all the value. So if we do FP top, which is basically F potential top, our potential value with all the spawners gradually increased all the way is 939 trillion as of right now, with pandemically right below us with 695 billion. I'm sorry, I did not mean to say trillion. Yeah, that's basically it for custom enchants though. When it comes to gear, it's really not that hard to get. You just slash shop. You could get elytras in here, totems of undying, armors and tools. You could get netherite armor and netherite pickaxes, and all you need is magma cube spawners. Or if you are just starting out, you could just buy bottles of enchantings. They're only $40, so it's like free XP. But I do believe that once you get Line 4 and Magma spawners, it's much easier to get XP. As you can see, I've already grinded around like 4 million XP, I believe, in total, which I have 400k left over and a little bit with me, 30k. Yeah, that's like to one epic book. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. When it comes to starting off, and let's say you want to make quick monies, this is the Warzone. In Warzone, there are events that happen. One is the boss event, which basically spawns the Ice King, I believe is called. Which, if you do kill, which is not that hard to kill, by the way, especially if you have some totems. Uh, it gives you, I believe, $5 million if when you kill it, so that's good. And then the meteor events, which are basically crates that just drop, that you just need to wait 10 seconds for it to open. You just hover over it and it will open by itself. Whenever you do open it, they do give you some really good items. You could get god apples, you could get crate keys, anything. There's a chance you could get the St. Patrick keys, which do cost, I believe, like $20 each. So it is pretty good. There's also one last thing I would like to mention before I end this quick short video on how to play on Exile factions. If you do go slash warp dungeons, uh, you can see this is another way I believe is to make money. Basically, once you obtain dungeon keys, which you can obtain from crate keys, meteor events, cots. I'll go over cots in a second. Basically, you come here, you get your key. 5 people can enter at the same time. You click right here, I believe. Yeah, as you can see, it says you must hold the key. You click the key and these doors will open and you go inside and you have to kill a bunch of mobs, then kill the boss of the dungeon, and you win a dungeon loot back, which is extremely overpowered, to say the least. And another thing you could do is slash outpost, which is super OP again. Basically gives you 2 times XP boost, 1.5 cell boost, 1.5 spawner boost, and 50k per 10 minutes to the leader only. It's controlled by us, of course, right now, but if you guys want to take it, you're welcome to come and try. Another thing there is Warp Caught. If you go Warp Caught, as you can see, these events happen, I think, once in a while. Basically, with Warp Caught, you come down here. It's a King of the Hill event where some this area will get unlocked, and you need to stand right here and capture it. It takes 5 minutes to capture. After capturing, you get the caught loot back, which gives you some really good items. So yeah, that's basically all the starter things that you would need to know to get started on playing Exile factions. Best money making strategy without spawners is, of course, Cactus, I would say, which sells for $10 per. But if you make a huge farm, it really does start making some really good value. I believe we stopped using our cactus farm and even unclaimed it because we were making so much money from spawners. But we did start off with cactus farm, and I encourage everyone to try to make their own cactus farm and do their best. I wish everyone luck who plays on the server, and hope you guys have a good one. Bye bye.